Right. First of all, Gary, can you tell me where you was born and brought up?
Yeah, I was born in Bermondsey.
Right.
I was born in Bermondsey, and I grew up basically in Bermondsey, and then Peckham from about 12 onwards. Yeah, and then Peckham from about 12 onwards.
Whereabouts in Bermondsey?
I was born in Bermondsey. I was grew up in Bermondsey Street.
Oh, was you?
So yeah, I grew up in Bermondsey and Peckham.
What, Tanner Estate? Tanner Park?
No. White's Grounds Estate.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and I went to Snowsfield School, primary school, and just off Bermondsey Street, and then I went to Lidgett off Jamaica Road. You know.
I know. I was brought up there
Oh,
myself.
there you go.
Yes, my mates went to Scott Lidgett.
Oh yeah. Lovely school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went there, and
Do you ever get down Bermondsey Street now?
not so much, but I go to South London. My mum lives. Well, my sister lives in Elephant and Castle. My mum lives in Peckham. I went to my mate's wedding down in Bermondsey Street. They had a wedding. Funny enough, where the old chocolate factory used to be. There used to be a chocolate factory there. Yeah. And a bread factory, literally side by side. To go down there and break into the yard, all the defect chocolate, the broken chocolate, because they were throwing that away all the time. All this defect chocolate and stuff. And we used to get the fresh bread as well early in the morning. I used to live down there, and I got knocked over in Bermondsey Street about 7 times. Swear to God, 7 times. And I went to Oxfor for about 6 of those times. And one of those times was really bad. I had my ankle crushed, and I had to do a bit of rehabilitation and all that. Learn to walk and all that and stuff. So Bermondsey,
playing in the street,
I just run across Tanner Park, just run across the road all the time. I used to get knocked down. Because there was tennis courts in Tanner Park. We used to go and play tennis. So I used to run back and forth all the time. And which was an absolute nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. And the guys' hospital was just being built at the time. I was a bit of a regular. And then it was like, okay, they were good old talking to you. You really got to learn to cross the road properly, Gary. And I'd be like, yeah, and I'd run straight across the road again. Even my dog got knocked over, which was my fault because she went on the lead. So I had bad memories of crossing that road. But yeah, that's my man.
So I was doing some checking.
Yeah.
It says all your siblings are in TV.
Yeah.
Brother and your sisters done with like productions, producing stuff, and your brother's.
Yeah, my brother's top playwright, and he writes films, theatre, and all that stuff, and he's always done it. Yeah. The whole reason I'm an actor, the whole reason I'm in the business is because of my brother.
But he was the older, yeah.
Yeah, he was the oldest one,
right.
And then you got the middle one, which is me, and then the younger one, which is my sister. We're all 4 years apart.
Right.
And my sister now is a producer, yeah. So she produces the television and stuff.
So, it's not impossible, but if someone also grew up in the same area, I didn't know, I'm about 10 years older than you, but I don't ever remember them kind of opportunities. How did you find it?
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, we lived in, we moved to, I lived in White's Grounds, and I went to add to you, I lived in a place called Manor Estate as well, on Southwark Park Road, the Blue. Yeah. Right, so I lived on Manor Estate, and then we moved to Peckham. I meant to say that. When we were living on Manor Estate, my brother and myself went to see Bugsy Malone, the movie. And we loved it so much that what my brother did was write a little stage version to perform in our local youth centre. Which was the Bede Centre, it was called.
Up on Made You House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically what we did was we got... he wrote this stage version of Bugsy Malone, and he got all the local kids on the estate, certain talent, to join in and play parts. Lisa Gagan was one of them. We went on to do the bill. She played a character called Polly in the bill, and she was in Desmond's as well. And she was on Manor Estate with me, and she was in in Bugsy Malone with me and my brother. And what happened was my brother wrote the show, and he was determined to get Alan Parker to come and see it, who was actually the director and writer of the original movie. So what he did was he went through the yellow pages under every Alan Parker. I remember one Sunday afternoon we had the yellow pages, all the P's, every single one. Parker, which a possible Parker, and we found him. We found his office and spoke to his PA. who came down because he couldn't make it because he was just a big movie director. But she came down and saw us. Saw me, my sister, and my brother doing the show, Lisa Gagan and a few of us just doing this version of Bugsy Malone. Liked it so much that she recommended that we went to a place called Anna Scher's, which was in Islington. And Anna Scher's is like a really famous kids' school, after classes school, with Phil Daniels, Pauline Quirk, Kathy Burt, all those people, Linda Robson, they all come from there. She recommended that we went to her classes, which I must add, had the longest waiting list at the time. Everybody wanted to go there. She had like a 2 to 3 to 4 year waiting list, certain age groups. But they expressed this in. She said, Alan Parker's secretary said, if you don't take these kids in, you know, they could be subject to the street, and blah, blah, blah. And so we got rushed through as a charity case sort of thing. And from then we had to go to Islington twice a week to do drama study.
Right.
So that's how it started. And she became my agent. And then I got into the business. And that's how it all started. So with my brother and my sister. So we were really lucky, really, that, I was travelling to get the number 1 bus to Elephant Castle and jump on the Northern Line to Reading.
They all could go there. Yeah.
So it took a good hour and a bit to get there and, go there and come back twice a week. And my mum kind of made sure that we got there, we had enough money to get there. And that's how it all started. And I started rubbing shoulders and all that, Phil Daniels and Pauline Quirks. Even Trevor Laird was in this play, went to Anna's as well. But he was a North London originally anyway. So that's how it all sort of started. There's nothing in South London as far as things.
So how did you mates, the little gang round the estate, was they okay with it?
Yeah, no, I think there was nothing else to do really.
Yeah.
People say there was more to do in them days, but it was just as boring. And there wasn't really much to do. So my brother was so such an extrovert. He was so in control of who he was. Yeah. I mean, he's a writing genius, my brother. So it was just an idea that struck him, and everybody loved Bugsy Malone, so everybody wanted to be in it. Yeah. So we literally had an open casting session and everything for everyone on the estate, and then we charged everyone to come and see the show, which was brilliant.
Up in Bede.
Yeah. Built the own sets and everything. We made the splurge guns. We couldn't have splurge guns. So what my brother did was invented. He got instant mashed potato, which was very popular in them days. Boiled up with water, let it settle. And wrapped it up in kind of extra thick toilet paper or tissue, like these little balls, and then you'd throw them and they'd splatter without doing any damage. And that's how we did that split. So it was very imaginative at the time, so it was minimal. During that time, fun enough, I meant to say that I also did a bit at the Old Vic, because the Old Vic had a youth theatre company. My brother was part of that, and I auditioned for that, and I got in. And I got in there when I was about 8. Yeah, I was about 8 years old, and no other 8-year-olds auditioned for the company, so I got in. In them days, you see, kids didn't do acting. It wasn't something you were proud of. I used to do TV series when I was still at school, a show called Murphy's Mum. People would say to me, "You on TV the other day?" And I go, "No," and I'd say it was someone else because it was reputable to be a bricky electrician, some kind of trade. Acting was like a puss game. You never mentioned it, so I never mentioned that I was an actor. Even when I left school, I still wasn't sure what I was doing, even though I'd been doing it for at least 5 years by then.
So just like your close mates at Scott Lidgett knew you was...
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really like to admit to it. And now it's all this like X Factor and Big Brother, and everybody wants to be famous. Everyone's sending their kids to drama class. But them days, it was like a mug's game as far as parents were concerned. But my mum, obviously, encouraged. She had no problem with what we wanted to do.
She's single mum?
Single mum,
All the time?
Yeah, single mum, So it's raised basically in Bermondsey with my mum and stuff. And it was hard. It was hard, it was very hard at the time. But at least we were doing what we wanted to do. We were expressing ourselves and doing what we wanted to do, which was theatre and acting, which was really my secret love.
From Bugsy Malone.
Yeah.
So the motivation was your brother and a bit of Bugsy Malone. Loving a bit of clapping at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I did a little stint at the Old Vic Youth Theatre Company, and I just played like minor parts and stuff. And I remember getting an applause for one of the scenes that I did, like massive applause, and I loved it. I think I milked it over and over. I think the adults had to say, "Don't go back on," because I had to do this whole thing returning. I don't say much, but probably a bit OTT at the time. But I loved it. I remember that was the buzz. That was the whole adulation thing. I thought, I like this. So that's how I got into the game. Really.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, who are your heroes? You know, who did you look up to then? And who?
Funny enough, well, you know, Black history was a bit hidden in the 80s, you know what I mean? So, 70s and stuff. So, I mean, I used to like a lot of American guys, you know what I mean? I was a massive fan of Sidney Poitier, just because he was just an icon, you know. I loved him so much, do you know what I mean? And then obviously when I was growing up as younger, I had a real thing for, you know, Clive Best, Cyril Regis and those kind of guys, John Barnes, you know.
Those like pioneers.
Yeah.
And probably your most formative years.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we didn't really have an Ian Wright when I was a kid. I would have loved an Ian Wright, because Ian Wright would have been perfect. Yeah. Although I love him now, you know. But, yeah, so it's sort of like American idols, really, them kind of people. But in British sportsmen, Daley Thompson was like a massive influence as well. I used to do boxing at the old Oxford Bermondsey boxing club down in Snowsfield near, just off Sydney Tower Bridge.
Back to St John's.
Yeah, so I used to do a bit of boxing there. So I used to couple the boxing with the actors. So I was quite busy, do you know what I mean? I like boxing like a couple of nights a week, drama a couple of nights a week. And I'd only admit to the boxing.
But yeah, you're going to use those skills now.
Well, yeah, no, they're coming pretty handy.
Yeah.
Although I'm not boxing in this play, but I am fight captain, so I have to oversee. Yeah, I have to oversee everything, but make sure you know the boxing's tight and stuff. But the whole smell of the gym life and all that, I'm very familiar with it. And I made that clear when I auditioned for this, so I think it put me in good stead. You ain't dead, you ain't dead. You ain't dead, you can go back, you know, but you never say never, do you? But,
how did it?
I think he left in a taxi cab and offered his assassin, but you never saw anything else after that. So it was a bit ambiguous to say the least.
Yeah. Did they kind of get the ump of someone? Because sometimes they you're all right, then and kill them off. So that just.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was in such a depressive state at the time that I just wanted out. And I said, yeah, I think I want. They asked me how I wanted to live, and I said, kill him. And I thought that was going to be a nice death scene. The lady dies. Great reactor's performance, you know. And then do a big scene and then die, you know. And I think they just thought they'd actually do it too traumatic. And for some people, they thought it was just a bit too much. And so they left it ambiguous. Yeah. Which I didn't realise. I mean, I shot the last season, I thought, right, okay. And then when I watched it back, and I saw how it all ran, I thought, this is ambiguous. But then I was living in Paris after that, anyway, so I moved away, and I was away for a long, long time. So I was just totally out of touch. But then when I came back, thinking everything had died down, everyone got over it and moved on, it seemed like everyone still knew who I was, do you know what I mean? And I was like, I've been on it for years, and people still to this day. I can be wearing dark glasses, and someone still go, yeah, it's you. And I'm like, I can't work it out. And then someone said to me, you want to blame UK Gold?
All right.
Then when I joined
it, the old ones.
Yeah, but when I joined, it went 4 times a week. So I think it kind of expanded a bit more, and including, if you include the omnibus at the weekend, it's like 5 times a week. So I think it just became part of the fabric, and people just know me. And now I realise, I watched it the other day, and I saw a picture of myself in the cabinet. The character's picture in the frame. And I thought, well, that's obviously going to keep me in mind of people. So it hasn't changed, to be honest with you. It hasn't changed. It's like I'm still in it.
And it's always nice to know that one day in mind, at a time where you don't want to go and have a few months there.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, so what I look at it is, I never think of that. As far as it's over, I did it. It was great. It was a nice chapter. I like to think I left on a high. I like to think the character was successful. And probably one of the most successful ethnic characters, you know, certainly from the black community. Do you know what I mean? I think crossed barriers, broke down barriers, but there was a great team of writers, great executive producer, people that really wanted to make it work. So it was like quite easy on my part. It was just like a joy. You know? And then it gets a bit negative and changes a bit. You know, well, it's time to go now. You know? But I mean, I'm really proud of my achievements in that show. And if they came knocking, I don't know. To be honest with you, I can answer that question. But I just think...
They said that, you know, the little 3-month storyline or something.
You see, I'm an actor, so I'm not used to unemployment. I'm scared of it, you see. So I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't really answer that question. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't really answer. I couldn't even begin to entertain it. I just think to myself, well, I'm not in it now. And that's it. I'll just concentrate. I'm on this job. And I've got another job after this. And just concentrate on that, you know. And that's how I work it, you know.
So what was Paris all about then? Was it running away? Or
yeah, it was. It was about getting the anonymity back. I think it was a bit like, I broke up with the missus and all that, divorced and not that all on there. Broke up amicably and all that. We were together for years. And then you find yourself like, right, it's the second life of life, you know. And I thought, I've got a bit of money in my pocket, there's a recession coming. I don't really want to be here. So I went and lived in Paris. And I picked up a bit of French, just went to a contour, les gens, sat with him. It was fantastic, I loved it. No one knew who I was, even if they did, no one gave a toss.
Were you just chilling or was you working?
I was chilling, I had a girl out there that I was living with. I was writing this job that I was doing, that I'm doing next. I was writing out there. And it was just like a whole new kind of new way of life. It was brilliant. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I just got my whole independence, sanity back. I got super fit. I was running and training and made new friends, and it was just brilliant. It was just like a nice clean slate. Yeah. And then you sort of started getting calls from London, do audition for this and audition for that, and so I had to come back really for the career. Do you know what I mean? And the kids, obviously. But the truth is, I really loved it out there. And I can quite live out there again.
It a couple of hours, Paris to Waterloo.
Brilliant. Yeah, God, no, on the train, honestly. I was doing that for like certain auditions, certain jobs. It's brilliant. And I'd stay like relatives or friends. And I'd go back. It was brilliant, honestly. If I could afford to do that again, I would. I really would. Then I've got this thing about buying a place in Paris and living there again, you know. So that was lovely, yeah. And I lived there for about a year and a bit. It was lovely. It was fantastic. Recommended to anyone.
What attracts you to this play, Gary?
Well, aside from the writer, Roy Williams is just a genius. And Scher is just like a genius director. And a genius script. Nothing really. I mean, the very fact that it was set up in a boxing arena really appealed to me. And I love the idea of the setup of it being on a stage, which I found really unusual. And I thought, it's quite groundbreaking. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the stage, but they ripped the seats out and put them on the other side. They made it like an arena, like Wembley, mini Wembley arena with all the advertising hoardings, and it's a big ring in the centre of the ring. And this is quite groundbreaking for the court. This is like a whole new set design. And where the ring just takes up the whole stage, basically. And I found that really kind of unusual and exciting, and I just really wanted to be part of it. So when I auditioned, you know, I bragged the fact that, you know, I did boxing, and you know, I was a schoolboy boxing champion under 13s at the time, and I'd done all that, and I was really kind of like, I knew all about the boxing life, I knew all about the gym, I knew all the whole setup, I knew the whole mentality behind it. I thought, I've just got to get this part. This is a really good part. I mean, a few years younger, I would like to play the lead part, which is the boxer, but I play like a promoter. So he's like a Don King kind of boxing promoter, sharp type geezer. And he's from Detroit. So I had to study Detroit accent and all that. So it was like it was like the boxing woman, which I know, but the character I'd be playing would be a million miles away from who I was. And those two elements, I just thought, I've got to do this. It's one of those jobs you wake up thinking, I really want this job. And I very rarely walk into an audition and go, I've got to have this. But I did. Literally said, I am the person, you know, at this place. That I am the person, you know. I am the atmosphere in this place. I have done this. I know this. I know what's required. You know.
You really sold yourself.
Yeah, but you'd be really hard to find someone my age, first generation born here, that had that kind of route. Do you know what I mean? Who was in the acting game. You know, so I really thought, you know, I've got to be a shout here. You know, there's a lot of guys at my age that went to drama school and never went anywhere near a boxing gym. You know, I never went to drama school, did drama classes, but I certainly did boxing.
I don't know, you see some kind of boxing stuff, and you think, oh my God, they've never done.
You can tell straight away.
They've had a little couple of 3 weeks or something to do.
You can tell a boxer.
They're sad, some of those fight scenes.
You can tell a boxer. Yeah. I mean, I say films like Rocky, you've got to say they're great films. Even boxers watch those films and go, the boxing looks good. And then you'll see some something, I don't know, like, I don't know, Beverly Hills 91210 or whatever, and you see them in their own little boxing gym punching the bag, and you think, they've never thrown a punch in their life. That's an actor punching them up. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can tell a boxer, the attitude, the shape, the way the animal moves, do you know what I mean? It's something that's in there, you can see it. And any boxer, anyone who really knows boxing will know straight away. You know, it's like football, you'll know someone's kicked him before. You know?
As I know a couple of actors one's out Walworth, one out of Kennington.
Yeah.
Who both was good boxers. Johnny Harris. Johnny Harris? He's in London to Brighton.
Yeah. Wicked one, yeah.
And he's in one coming out with that Danny Mays.
Oh, Danny, okay, all right.
I've just been with Luke.
Okay.
But he was in one at the Union Theatre up along from the Young Vic.
Yeah.
Place for Heroes, and the same. That was the stage, the set. Everyone was in the round. Yeah,
brilliant.
Good,
Brilliant. It's good to watch. You know, you see something like that. It's amazing. But I mean, Lee MacDonald, who played Zamo in Brain Jill.
Yeah.
Right, he was a boxer.
Oh, right.
I mean, he used to be on the same bill when we were growing up, and he was from North London. I was telling him, we used to meet each other. It's mental, wasn't it? With two actors and boxers. We was doing acting and boxing at the same time. It was like mental. So, you get one or two, do you know what I mean? But certainly from my background, there wasn't really many guys that were acting from boxing.
I think that was at the Lynn. What's the one?
Not King's Lynn, is it? King's Lynn. Oh, that's King's Lynn. Yeah, I know the boxing club.
Fitzroy Lodge. Where's that?
Yeah, Fitzroy's Lodge is another one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
That's where they used to go.
Right.
One of them, he still gets involved with it.
Oh, right, because you had Fisher, Fitzroy Lodge, All Souls. There was a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot of boy clubs and all that. I mean, those clubs as well weren't just boxing clubs. A lot of them were youth clubs as well. They had, it was like a whole responsibility to the community, the young. You don't get so much of that now. You know, it's very sad. You know, I mean, also in Bermondsey, funny enough, has got a new building and they're still doing it. It's still run by a Nobby and all the same people. They're all a little bit older, and there's still mischievous kids running around there and all that, which is nice to know. But I know, when these governments change, they just cut a lot of these places, don't they? These local places. So I don't know what's going to go.
But the Bede, I was up there a few months ago.
Yeah.
So they just made a film. I think 50 years or 40 years of the Bede.
Really?
1970.
Oh, sorry,
There's a new build. They built the Page
That's
House.
right, yeah, that's right.
Probably 1970. And they
Yeah.
had like the 40-year.
Oh, really?
So they was getting all people in who was there.
Really?
Because
Wow.
I think when it first started, we all come off the Silver estate.
Right, yeah, I know, Silver, the Gilts, yeah.
So we used to go to the Lady Gom on the up just round the up Adleyfield Road, wasn't it? Old scary house.
That's it, that's it.
Also the new ones happening all over there.
Yeah.
I think it only lasted 2 nights and we all got barred.
Right. Typical.
And I really, because I remember that, because we was all play football as well.
Yeah.
They had a brand new football kit. It was the Celtic Oops.
Yeah, all right.
It was kind of a nice kit. We get to play it all the time. We all got together. We only lasted about a week.
Brilliant. That's
they still have a lot of stuff going in.
Yeah.
In fact, they've just made a little film.
Yeah, you were saying.
The kids there.
Really?
Something they all put together themselves.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't get to see it because I wrote about it for the paper. But when I did go to a screening, in fact, I was all in there screaming and
really?
I'll just say it was good. And
yeah. That's funny.
Of course. Around this little gallery, you know what I mean?
Oh, excellent.
You played a lot of policemen, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a weird one. That sort of happened in time. I don't know. I like the idea of that though. But I have played. I've done a couple of stints in the Bill. I think I was a copper in Holby as well. And then I did a little movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme when I was chief of police of New Orleans, which was like a mental job. That was a film called Until Death. It's straight to DVD, but the part was a great part. I mean, it's on the showreel. And we filmed in Prague and then built this whole police station that looked like fresh out of New Orleans and all that. And played this just chief of police, And I got the boss, Jean-Claude Van Damme around. He couldn't have a go at me because I was his chief. And it was great. So I had an American accent. I had to study that. And I think that kept me in good stead. this job because I'm doing a Detroit accent.
So that I've done this.
Yeah, so it's all coming along.
And it's also better than being typecast as a mugger, hoodie, something, drug dealing.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Well, I had a bit of that drug dealing typecast in the Eastenders towards the end, but no, it's nice to play. I played drug dealers. I played coppers after. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Can't complain when I look back. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Okay.
Gary, I ain't got any questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it really, just to come and see the show because... I
think Andy's sorted me out a couple of tickets for this tonight.
Brilliant.
And we view it because we've got the Southern connection.
Well, there you go.
And even better, Bermondsey connection. It used to be the Bermondsey news.
That's it. Oh, right, okay.
That's it. It started off the Bermondsey.
So what's it called now? Is it called
Southern News?
It's called Southern News. Was it South London Press that was original?
No, that's the enemy.
That's the enemy. Oh, right, okay. Right.
But, you know, the thing is... It's all South London.
Yeah.
So you can read the stuff about tooting. You don't even know how to get the tooting. Might have to Bexley Heath or something, you know what I mean? It's
just comes to everybody there, doesn't it?
Whereas we are the Southern News.
Independent.
We ain't owned by some big Murdoch.
Excellent.
So we're an independent voice. We ain't got to toe anyone's
Good.
party.
Will you guys get affected by the cuts and all that?
Yeah, they laid off a few journalists.
Really?
Yeah.
Bummer.
And never pay any money, but it's a kind of a good for the young graduates.
Yeah.
It's a good grounding, right? You're doing everything. You're taking the photos. You're writing the story.
Yeah.
You know, for a couple of days into some work experience, you might have the front page story.
Really?
It's like, wow,
really.
And a lot of them. Because I made a film about it. It's such an interesting story. It's like I've folded up A4, delivered round, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's a proper paper, and all the people that have gone through there over this, it's a bit like 22 years old now.
Yeah.
They're all the major players in ITN News, Sky News, Sky Sports, all those people all started up there. And in the film they say, that gave me my education. That's the best job I ever had. And they're running all these top...
Well, it's nice to know, you know, you've got to come from somewhere. And I tell you, they make them different in South London. They really do. I mean, there's people that come out of there, real talented people, you know, with real sort of unusual backgrounds and circumstances during childhood. And they survived it. They've come through and they've, you know, they've ended up being creative in some way. Do you know what I mean? And they always remember who they are. South London's had that in them. You can't get away from that. You know, you can't come to South London and deny it later on in life. You can't. You come on parts of London, but South Londoners never deny where they come on. No matter what they go through, they can't hide it. You know what I mean? It'll come out in some way, you know. And I'm really proud to be a South Londoner. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
it's like people like yourself that show. It don't mean you've got to go one way.
No, at all.
It's like there's lots of ways you can go. And,
absolutely.
Mind you, I took the long road. I've done 20 years for armed robbery before.
Well, there you go. That's your apprenticeship, son. You know what I mean? But that's what everybody, you know. Victor's got that story. People have got that story. You know, sometimes people go right through that. They come out the most creative. You think yourself, well, I'd rather be with those people because I know what it's like to be on the other side. They're not being pulled the silver spoon in their mouth. They're not thinking, oh, life's just great. You know, they know either side, so they've obviously made a choice. You should only respect people like that. You know, those sort of people always talented people.
It's Man of Estate, the other side of the park, the Silver Estate. We visited all the states.
That's it, no, absolutely.
And some people don't get out of them the best way.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They've all got a story to tell, and it's nice.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's nice. Who did I do it a few months ago? Ashley Walters.
Oh, yeah, Ashley. He's Peckham, isn't he?
Single mother. And
he's
I said, how'd you get into it? His mum sent him to, I've been out of Scher, it was over North London.
Yeah.
But she could have a Saturday afternoon free.
Well, that's it.
But he loved it, and he's kind of gone on and on. He's
a very, very talented boy, exactly. Yeah. And and again, he's rubbed shoulders with dodgy, companies and stuff.
He made a film with 50 Cent.
Yeah, absolutely. But but then the boy's talented, And some of these guys, they're so they've got so much energy, and girls, there's so much energy. Yeah. It can go either way. You go down the pan,
like
whatever.
arson it and
Yeah.
channeling it into the right part.
Exactly, that's what it's about.
Right, let's get a couple of photos done.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Where do you want to do them? Outside or?
Yeah, natural light.